September 15th, 2025, 4:18 p.m., Southern Caribbean Sea. The USS Knights, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, moves through calm tropical water, sunlight glittering off her steel hull. The sea is peaceful, almost too peaceful. On radar, a faint return flickers. Low speed, distant. Track Sierra 179er, calls the radar tech. Possible Venezuelan surface contact. Range, 21 nautical miles. At first, it's routine. Another patrol signature, steady heading. But then, acceleration. 12 knots to 22 in less than 2 minutes. Contact accelerating, reports CIC. Bearing shifting towards starboard bow. On the bridge, the captain steadies binoculars. Visual confirm? Negative ID, says the officer of the deck. No AIS, no response. The horizon brightens. A gray silhouette cuts hard to port, turning directly toward them. That's a Getty-class patrol ship, says the intelligence officer. Venezuelan Navy. No warning, no radio hail, just a line of wake charging across the blue. CPA under 12 miles in closing, reports CIC. They're not drifting, sir. They're aiming. The captain gives one short order. Maintain ROE. Log everything. On deck, sailors pause mid-step. The 5-inch gun turret shifts slightly. Slow, deliberate. Just enough to be seen. The air changes. Every man feels it. Calm surface, but intent beneath. This isn't a mistake, the captain murmurs. The USS Knights holds her course, steady, professional, ready. And the Caribbean, once quiet, holds its breath. In the Combat Information Center, data unfolds like a chessboard. Each ping, each vector tells a story. Track Sierra 179er now confirmed Venezuelan Navy Getty-class, says the operations officer. Speed 26 knots, bearing direct intercept. The captain nods slowly. Log full radar signature. The room hums under blue light. On another screen, footage from an earlier civilian vessel replays. The Orchid Star, a cargo freighter, radioing in at 3:55 p.m. 2 Venezuelan ships closing fast. No response. That report had seemed routine until now. Pattern matches previous proximity challenge, notes the intel officer. He overlays a map from 2 weeks earlier. The September 2nd drone strike. 2 Venezuelan smuggling vessels destroyed after ignoring Coast Guard warnings. Since then, Caracas had sent ships farther out, each encounter a little bolder. This isn't random, the captain murmurs. It's signaling. He gestures to a satellite feed. The Venezuelan patrol ship's wake glows white in infrared, straight and fast. Intent confirmed, says EW. Their radar sweeping at X-band short-range search. Not passive, the captain says. That's targeting posture. Still, no radio contact. Only the rhythm of turbines across calm water. On deck, sailors adjust optical cameras. The ship's flag flutters hard in the crosswind. CPA under 3 miles, reports the bridge. Time to intercept, 6 minutes. The Knights remain steady, her mission unchanged. Freedom of navigation, observation, discipline. But in the Caribbean, silence is a language too, and every mile closed is another sentence written in steel. Inside the Combat Information Center, precision replaces conversation. Rules of engagement. Phase 1 active, calls the tactical officer. The captain nods. No escalation. Full observation. Every console hums to life. The SLQ-32 electronic warfare suite records every radar pulse, each frequency tagged and time-stamped. Emission log rolling, reports the EW operator. Venezuelan radar active, low-power sweep. Down below, the ordnance bay glows under white lights. Technicians secure the MK-41 VLS hatches, safety locks engaged. No warheads loaded, Captain, comes the report. System green. Maintain deterrence posture only, he replies. On the flight deck, the MH-60R Seahawk sits ready, its rotors folded, fuel lines connected. 2 pilots circle the aircraft, completing the checklist. Condition 1 ready to deploy. The air shimmers with heat, the ocean stretching wide and blue. Bridge to flight ops. Stand by for visual recon. Roger, answers the aircrew. We're eyes only. Inside the CIC, analysts align tactical overlays. A map of intercept vectors layered in red and blue. Estimated CPA under 2 miles in 6 minutes, says the watch officer. The captain studies the projection. They'll want a reaction. We'll give them presents. A sailor marks the logbook by hand. 4:25 p.m. Posture set, non-lethal readiness confirmed. On deck, camera teams reposition optics. The 5-inch gun remains idle but turned, sunlight glinting off its barrel. Every detail is logged, every movement deliberate. The sea remains calm, but the ship hums like a loaded spring. And through it all, the USS Knights hold steady, professionalism sharpened to silence. 4:27 p.m. The Caribbean Sea glitters like glass. The Venezuelan patrol ship cuts a white wake straight toward the USS Knights. Range under 3 nautical miles. Contact confirmed, reports the tactical officer. CPA 2.1, time 6 minutes. Maintain heading, replies the captain. Record every frame. The bridge hums with tension but no panic. On screen, the Getty-class vessel shows clear detail. Twin masts, hull number painted white, spray bursting from the bow. Engine exhaust dense, notes the intel officer. They're pushing turbines hard. The captain lowers binoculars. All right, let's show presence. The 5-inch Mark 45 gun turns 10 degrees starboard. Visible, deliberate, non-threatening. Cameras lock on. The CIC records continuous video and radar data. Bridge to flight deck. Launch condition 1, comes the next order. A crackle on the comms. Flight deck ready. On deck, the MH-60R Seahawk comes alive. Rotors unfolding, engines whining under heat. Crew strap in, camera mounts pivot. Visual recon only, the pilot confirms. The captain watches through the bridge glass as the helicopter lifts, sunlight flashing off its blades. Seahawk airborne. Below, sailors man lookout stations. Deck crews at readiness, reports the XO. All safeties on.
Seahawk is airborne.
Venezuelan radar still low power, adds EW. No targeting yet. Good, says the captain. We keep watching. At 4:29, the Seahawk banks east, hovering half a mile off the beam. Its sensors lock onto the Venezuelan vessel. Heat blooming on camera, wake shimmering bright. Steel meets sunlight. Calm meets pressure. The USS Knights doesn't flinch. Presence now flies, high, silent, and unmistakable. 4:31 p.m., the MH-60R. Seahawk holds steady at 200 feet above the surface, rotors cutting humid air into ribbons. Below, the Venezuelan Getty-class ship looms larger, hull number clear, deck crew visible. Visual confirmed, reports the sensor operator. Target speed 26 knots, maintaining intercept angle. The captain's voice from Knights comes through the comms. Proceed with non-lethal message. Inside the cockpit, the operator switches systems. The MX-20 FLIR camera goes live, capturing high-resolution thermal imagery. Every heat plume, every radar mast. Recording, he says. Data feed stable. Then, the light. A narrow green laser pulse flickers across the Venezuelan ship's bridge windows, subtle but unmistakable. It isn't a weapon, it's communication. We see you. Transmission in English and Spanish, says the pilot. Over the external speaker, Venezuelan naval vessel. You are operating unsafely in international waters. Change course immediately. Repeated again in Spanish. Calm, precise. On the Venezuelan deck, figures move. One waves, another raises binoculars. No aggression, but no retreat either. Deck activity observed, reports the operator. From the bridge of Knights, the captain watches live feed. Maintain orbit. Stay visible. The Seahawk circles once more, its silhouette mirrored on the sea. The Venezuelan ship holds course. Still closing, but slower now. Speed down to 22 knots, says CIC. Copy, the captain answers. Presence acknowledged. At 4:33 p.m., tension peaks then holds. No missiles, no fire, only light and silence. And the weight of restraint, brighter than any flare. 4:34 p.m. The sea holds still, though every radar pulse hums with tension. The Seahawk circles wide, its sensors fixed on the Venezuelan ship. Speed decreasing to 19 knots, reports the operator. Copy, the captain replies from Knights. Maintain orbit. Keep eyes on the radio crackles. A new voice, accented Spanish through static. United States naval vessel, we are exercising sovereign patrol duties. Request you adjust heading. It isn't hostility, it's posture. Log communication, says the captain. Timestamp 1634. The bridge remains calm. Reply, standard format. The comms officer leans in, steady tone. Venezuelan vessel, this is U.S. Navy destroyer conducting lawful transit in international waters. Your maneuvers are being recorded. Silence follows, but it's the right kind of silence. Deliberate. Cameras roll, sensors track, every movement documented. From above, the Seahawk watches the Venezuelan ship ease her throttle. The wake shortens. Deck crew step back from the forward gun mount. Visual change confirmed, says the pilot. Posture reduced. In the CIC, radar echoes fade. Contact CPA widening, now 6 miles, reports EW. Emission mode downgraded to navigation only. The captain nods. Maintain data stream until full divergence. 4:38 p.m. The helicopter banks for home. Sunlight flashes across its rotors. Seahawk returning, says air control. The USS Knights holds steady, course unchanged, professionalism intact. No weapons fired, no voices raised, just presence, logged and complete. The tension drains from the air, replaced by something quieter. Proof that control itself can be victory. 4:45 p.m. The Caribbean returns to rhythm. The Venezuelan patrol ship is now 9 miles off the Knight's starboard quarter, still visible, but drifting away. Its engines hum low, wake short, posture neutral. On the bridge, the captain stands near the window, binoculars resting at his side. Final contact separation logged, says the operations officer. CPA widening stable. Copy, the captain replies. Maintain normal transit. The Seahawk lands gently on the flight deck, rotors slowing to stillness. Deck crews secure the cables, fold the blades, and tag the flight log. Mission complete. No escalation. Inside the Combat Information Center, operators archive every byte. Radar emissions, laser timestamps, comm transcripts. All data verified, reports EW. Transmission complete. The blue glow fades as screens dim one by one. For the crew, tension gives way to quiet professionalism. No celebration, no relief, just routine. On deck, sailors line the rail for inspection, faces turned toward the horizon. The sea is bright, endless, calm again. The captain steps out onto the bridge wing, wind tugging at his uniform. He watches the distant Venezuelan silhouette vanish into haze. Discipline kept this clean, he says quietly. No rounds fired, no headlines, no damage, only proof that presence is enough. Because out here, power isn't volume, it's posture. And the strongest statement a Navy can make is the one it never has to repeat. As the USS Knights sails east beneath a white sun, the ocean mirrors her steadiness. And the day ends exactly as it should. Quiet, precise, victorious through restraint.